Steve. Give it up for Engineer Steve for always keeping it fun. That's right. Truth Radio Gang, San Diego. Thursdays. I'm losing track of my days right now. Thursdays at 10, right here local. We drop some truth. Obviously, I think we fit that bill with my man Wilson Hayes, UFC fighter. Thanks for sticking around, by the way, my man.
No problem, man. Love to be here.
You bet. We'd love to have you. But we're going to shift gears a little bit, Truth Nation. We, of course, like to also spotlight the truth about some of our local neighborhoods. And this is something that's probably more germane to, you might say, our day job, right, Craig?
Yep.
Helping folks get into and out of homes down here at the Greenhouse Group. And I approached Craig. Craig's one of our buyer's agent specialists here at the Greenhouse Group. And he loves an area that's called, I say it's called because a lot of people don't really even know where it is. It's kind of like one of those hidden little community gems here in town. It's the bourgeois East County, as you might say, East County before actually East County becomes East County. And that's San Carlos. So and to your fans right now that are lined up down the neighborhood, chanting your name with the signs and everything, knowing you were going to be on today, perhaps for someone who doesn't know you yet, how would you introduce yourself?
Wow, I got involved in this industry probably about 20 years ago. Graduated from San Diego State here. Degree in finance, started into the mortgage industry, and after being a little disenchanted with a lot of realtors that I had a chance to work with.
Lovingly disenchanted. Lovingly.
You know, it's a small industry, but I wanted my clients to have a higher level of service than what I was being able to refer them out to. So I decided to pick up my shield in 2006 as a real estate agent and sort of added that to my quiver of tools.
Yeah.
And so been doing both real estate and mortgage since then.
Yeah, I love that thought. And I think one of the things I know about you best is your compassion for the conversation, like your willingness and ability to put everything else and everybody else in front of your own, you might say, selfish drive or desires or family needs and stuff to make sure that you're always on the right side of the spectrum of doing the right thing.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that just drives me every single day is I'm driven to help people. I've always been that way ever since I was a little kid, went through Boy Scouts and was an Eagle Scout and always looking to, you know, donate time to charities and things that I care about. But what really drives me is helping people. It's not chasing a commission. Yeah. And a lot of time our industry is maligned in that way. People see us as just chasing a commission and not really caring about people. But that's one thing that I pride myself is really putting people before anything else. And
giving away yourself in service to anybody who maybe wants to raise their hand and learn a little bit more about a great neighborhood like San Carlos, which is also a neighborhood that you call home.
Absolutely.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you came prepared to talk about?
San Carlos is just, I think, a real hidden gem in not East County. It's still referred to as Central San Diego, but not as well known as maybe Allied Gardens or Del Cerro. So we're a little bit further northeast of that, and sort of huddled right around Cowles Mountain. But it's a great neighborhood. A lot of the homes were built back in the 50s and 60s, and we got Cowles Mountain, which is the highest peak in city of San Diego. We got Lake Murray there. We got Mission Trails Regional Park. Just a lot of great things to do out there. Great family-oriented neighborhoods. Great schools as well. So,
and you just hiked the Kauai Pai Peak.
Yeah.
About a week or two ago.
Thank you for the pronunciation of that peak, because we do have the 5 Peak Challenge that Mission Trails Regional Park put out, which a lot of people are taking up, and some really nice 1,000-foot plus peaks out there in San Carlos.
Now, Craig, the context of this being Truth Radio is to drop some knowledge, to share your expertise and wisdom that's not common. It's not something you could just grab off a general page of the internet, right? Something that only somebody who lives and breathes and works as much in this neighborhood as you would know. And so middle of the day, ESPN, it's business talk. We're trying to make people a little smarter than how we found them. So what's the truth you can tell us about San Carlos?
The truth about San Carlos, wow, it's just the activities that you have available out there. A lot of people see Lake Murray and they go, okay, well, there's a bike trail around there, but they don't know that it's a stocked lake. You got fishing, you got canoeing, San Carlos Little League has fields that back right up to Lake Murray there as well. And there's just so much to do out here. A lot of great parks. You got Mission Trails Golf Course, Admiral Baker's right down. You have the San Diego River flowing right through there. Mission Trails Regional Park, the Visitor Center has just a lot of great programs. They have wildlife tours. They have guided ranger tours throughout there. So a lot of people just speed on by, maybe down Mission Gorge Road, either heading to Santee, get over the 52 or what have you. But if they slow down and take a look at some of the things along the way, there's just so much to do out there.
And that's what seems to really strike me about that area is it seems like it's a great little juxtapose of like, being able to get like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, post-World War II, front yard, backyard, picket fence, 2-car garage, like an actual stable to call home.
Yeah.
Versus a lot of the medium density stuff we see as we start matriculating closer to the water. But then that literally you can walk outside your front door either with some good hiking boots or maybe a cool bike, and you're dropping right into nature.
Oh, absolutely. And that's another great thing is that there's a lot of canyons. Everybody thinks about where am I thinking? Claremont, having a lot of these finger canyons.
All the little Tecolote fingers.
Yeah. But in San Carlos, they're all over the place, too. So you can even just walk out your backyard and drop down into a canyon. And
so let's shift gears a little bit. So at the Greenhouse Group, you help folks get into and out of homes. What's the truth about it from like the numbers perspective?
Well, right now, median home price in San Diego is about $465. That's for San Diego County. San Carlos, we're looking at detached homes only are about $550,000.
Okay.
So what you're getting for that 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath is the predominant size of homes out there. Mm-hmm. About 1,800 square foot on average. Mm-hmm. And right now we have about 28 active listings out there right now. 131 sold in the past six months with an average price of about $550,000. There is some detached condos, townhomes, that type of stuff out there. Not as much. Right now we got 9 that are active on the market.
Okay.
But there is still, and those are actually pretty affordable. So that's a great way for people to, sort of get a foot in and take advantage of all the, leisure activity things that San Carlos has to offer.
So I'm thinking maybe a discount of, if the detached are trailing about 5.5, what do you think you could get at entry level at? Like what's the cheapest hot pick that you got over in your neck of the woods right now?
You know what? There's one that just came on the market in San Carlos, and it came in at about $480,000. So you don't have to be up in that $550 range. And I just recently got a client as well in on a property, and we're down at $440,000. So that's a little 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath.
Ooh.
So there's and some room for some remodeling going on there. So he's going to turn into a 3-2, a full bedroom, a full bathroom out of that. So yeah, you can definitely get in below that 550 range.
Yeah.
And take advantage of everything.
And speaking of take advantage, you even mentioned earlier that you still like to dabble in the whole finance thing. It's like an old garb that you just can't take off with your finance background and stuff, helping folks also with the financing if that's a need that still outstands. But man, the rates are in fuego right now.
Yeah.
Everybody heard 2-3 weeks ago, the Fed raised the rate. And yeah, the rates actually kind of responded a little bit, but then they just literally, the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
They're under 4 right now, are they not?
Oh, yeah. We're at about 3.75 right now.
And that's insanity.
And that's for conventional. FHA, VA financing, we're down at 3.25. It's ridiculous what's going on right now with rates. And so, yeah, that was one blog post that I put out, when the fear of the Fed raising interest rates, I said, hey, take a look at history. What happened when Greenspan started raising interest rates?
Yeah.
It's the overnight interest rate that banks lend to each other to meet their reserve requirements.
Yeah.
It's not a long-term interest rate. And when that happened in the past, rates went down. What happened this time around? Rates went down.
Yeah.
Surprise.
But at the same point in time, though, you don't want to be naivete to think that they're going to just voluntarily stay down.
Oh, absolutely. When short-term interest rates rise, it's the long-term is a lagging. So we're definitely going to see rates slowly trending higher, but it's not going to be this overnight thing that's going to happen. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You saw what happened in 2013 when that went down.
Yeah.
Everybody had an aneurysm and ran back to their parents' basements. that we don't even have.
Well, and it also created this artificial demand because all of a sudden December, usually we pick up a lot of great deals in December and January, and there's just multiple offers on everything because people are the fear of interest rates going up. They were just jumping on anything they could.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting year for real estate. I definitely think. Speaking of, if the San Carlos area, and I know you also do this free service for some of the neighboring areas that you also specialize in. But if somebody specifically is hearing this message and they want to get on your, what do you call it, your hot picks of the week list or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you share a little bit more about that and how someone could get their name on that list?
Well, you can hit me up at my email address, craig@greenmeansgrow.com. And I'll send you a list of hot picks, not only for San Carlos, but other surrounding areas where, homes that just recently come on the market that I think are of great value. And so I love helping people find homes that fit them and their needs. And, if you're interested in finding some properties and getting out there and pounding the pavement and making it happen, just get a hold of me.
And I think two of the coolest things I know you do about that list is, number one, you actually score them. Like you came up with this little Likert scale where, because you've seen most of them before they even hit the market, and you actually come up with a little score, and that's the cool thing of your list, because anybody can go on like Zillow or Trulia or whatever, and they can just see that, there's a listing coming.
Right.
But you're actually sprinkling consciousness on those properties and kind of grading them almost, which is cool to the end user, because then they're like, okay, they're looking at the price, okay, looking at the photos, but then they actually get an expert who knows that area to say, hey, here's the things, like the unintended consequences, the blind spots that you might not know, that you might not even know, to help qualify whether you need to get in front of this thing or whether it's cool to kind of wait and see how this thing matriculates out. And then secondly, you're also getting wind of these things before they ever hit the market.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of people in the industry after 20 years, and some people, they know I work with a lot of buyers. They say, hey, listen, you got anybody in this particular area? So I can find out about a lot of listings even before they hit the market.
Sounds good. Hey, Craig at greenmeansgrow.com. Can I officially change your name? Craig Sutliff, gang, mortgage planner and real estate consultant at the Greenhouse Group. And you can also call him, by the way, in case you got something hot you want to talk to him about today.
Yeah.
What's your cell?
Cell phone number is 619-857-4954.
There you go, gang. So, Truth Radio Nation, if you want the UFC, we got you covered over here. Wilson Hayes, we got the fight night coming up on January 30th on Fox. And who knows, this might actually be the year that you get your name on something, or who knows, you might actually be on the other side of the conversation. You want to get your name off of something, cash in the check that's been going down favorably over the last couple years with appreciation. Go check out my man Craig Sutliff at the Greenhouse Group. Coming up, gang, we'll do some final thoughts. There's a couple more hot seat questions I want to ask our esteemed panelists. Hey, it is Truth Radio after all.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't going to let you guys out early. And we'll be back right after this.